The AI overview has driven a bulldozer through most websites' results. So you're not getting anywhere near the traffic that was happening before the AI overview in Google search became a big thing, unfortunately. But there is a new concept that I'm going to talk about near the end of the video, and it is one of the ways that we can adapt to make sure that your clinic continues to get really good rankings, continues to get, much more importantly in the rankings, get visitors that are booking appointments through your website, because that's what you really want. No one cares about the rankings on their own. Rankings are only ever useful if they got you more bookings. And these days, your rankings are going to suffer. You're going to get pushed further down the page by the AI overview and sponsored results. And that's the way that Google wants it. Google wants people to pay for getting their name up high. And there are still a lot of people, though, that will scroll below the sponsored results and try to get to something that they can trust. What I think one of the great powers that clinic owners have is the ability to adapt. And we've all had to do it if you've owned a clinic for long enough. Well, I started our clinic in 2005 from nothing. We just opened up and hoped that people would come through the door, went and saw some doctors and that sort of thing. And over time, things adapted. We didn't have a website or anything like that at the time. Things adapted hugely over that time. Needed to have a website, needed to learn how to get the website up high, how to get good rankings. We ended up we were around 30,000 visitors per month of that website. And it really helped drive a lot of the new patients. Now things have changed so much. With ChatGPT, Gemini, the AI overview, it is so much harder to get someone to click on your website and then book an appointment unless you can adapt. Now, the thing that I was going to talk to you about, I mentioned at the start of this video, is called AEO, and it's Answer Engine Optimization, rather than just Search Engine Optimization, which is what SEO stands for. And answer engines are these things where people are asking questions. They're asking direct and sometimes quite complex questions and getting often the answers they want. You might get it through the AI overview. If you put into Google a maths equation, they'll just give it to you in the AI overview. They're not sending you to a website for that. If you're asking about a famous person and when they died or how much money they're supposedly worth, AI overview will give you that. There is a lot of things that it will just give you. And what we've got to do as clinic owners is adapt using answer engine optimization to get into the AI overview. Make sure that they quote you, whether it's for your local suburb, which is one of the easier ones to adapt to. Make sure that you get in there if they say put in podiatry practice, 30 Hills. I used to want to be up there. Well, now I'd want to be in the AI overview because that's where the game's at. People will trust you, more likely to trust you if you're quoted in the AI overview. And they put a little link, you'll see that little chain link there that Google will put so that people can go to your website if they want to and find out more about the thing that they're talking about. So blogs are still very important. You have to provide a lot of information. Just normal condition pages are hugely important because they will often be what people will go to find out more about a condition. And then you have your booking button on there, of course. And if they've decided they're ready to come and seek some help for their problem, then they book that way. So it's all about answer engine optimization. And there are several things that you can do to improve your answer engine optimization. Some of them revolve around something I've spoken a lot about before, which is EEAT. So whenever something relates to finance or to health, Google apply the principle of EEAT: experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. And you can show all of these traits through your website. Things like putting your name, your qualifications, your number of years experience that you've had, lots of things like that, making those things very readily available, putting pictures of your face on there. A lot of people haven't liked doing that in the past, but it's been found to be very helpful if people actually know what the person they're going to see looks like. It's just our brain. We like faces. That's just something that obviously goes back in our evolution. But those are some of the things that you can do to help the AI systems to find you and to direct people towards you as an authority. You can show your authoritativeness by putting up high quality information on there, information that makes sense, information that directly helps people. And one of the biggest parts of AEO is having FAQ pages. FAQs have always been good, but now they've become crucial because FAQ will often ask a very similar question, if you do it well, to what somebody's going to put into the internet. And you can find out what questions people are asking. That's very easy to do with different pieces of software. But you can put those on there as a frequently answered question, and that it makes it much more likely then for the AI bots to choose your answer. Because if you frame it in a nice, neat answer that answers the question well, then you're much more likely to make it into those results. So these are some of the things that I'm going to be showing in my new course that's coming up soon in the next few weeks. It's going to be just a 2-hour course. We're going to try and keep it just to 2 hours, working on that, but I don't want people to have to watch hours and hours of content. It's going to be very well priced. The launch price will be at 50% off, which will come in at under $100, so very affordable, less than the price of one consult for most practices. And it's going to show you how to actually implement. I'll be on the computer actually doing it so that you see how it's done. I can tell you how to do things in videos like this, but sometimes you just really, I know I personally do, you need to see how things are done physically. And that's what we'll be doing in this upcoming course. But have a look at those concepts if you're interested at the moment. AEO and schema, structured schema, which is a concept that helps Google. It's code that you can put on. You don't need to be able to code. I can't code, but I can put my schema on. It helps the Google spiders, as they call them, that crawl your sites, to find good quality information. The schema directs them and says, this is where this information is. These are my qualifications, and that it's all laid out there nice and neatly. Thank you very much for listening. I just wanted to have a casual chat about this and explain more about why things have changed so much. I did a course 3 years ago that was longer, very extensive, and I think it had some great content and people found good value in it, but I want to make it easier to do, quicker, very practical, and at a great price that everybody can afford, because I want everybody to get the most out of their clinic websites. If there's something that I do have a passion for, it's for podiatry developing, and I know that relies on private clinics being able to get the most out of their practices to stay in the game for longer. We have a high attrition rate in podiatry, as I'm sure most clinic owners know, and we want to be able to have people working in this profession for a long time. Okay, thank you very much. Be sure to drop me a line if you have any questions or anything like that leading in, and I'll be keeping you updated on how the course is going and when we're likely to launch, but it won't be far away at all now. Thank you. Bye.